Read it and weep, you soft motherfucker. Okay, AR owner, that's what it's about. Always about the love first. Love first. We were all born into love. Prejudice is some shit you gotta teach. Racism is some shit that kids have to be taught. All of the negative qualities in society that they magnify right now is really a whole bunch of shit that society kind of pushes upon us. Of course, you know, environment plays a role. There's always a responsibility on the individual to rise above. But let's not play dumb. Let's at least pay respect to the whole story. And the world is kind of crazy. What we have to fight against to be like sweet, innocent. What's up, everybody? What we got to go through to remain to learn and maintain real love and respect for your fellow man and all of that shit. What we got to go through to actually obtain that and then maintain that in humanity is tough, man, because the world is fucked up. The world is crazy. Like, there's a certain level of acceptance you got to have to some of this shit, that we all in the mix of all of this bullshit. Trying to be good, trying not to be greedy, trying not to be selfish. And of course, there's nuances in all of that. They say you can't love somebody until you love yourself. What's up? The machine, what's happening? I myself, I'm not perfect. I'm a bit of a jerk about some things, and I got a big heart about other things. Most things, really. That's how my mom is, though. The older I get, the more I realize that I'm like my mom. Mean as fuck when she's standing on her shit. Sweet as hell to the point where you open yourself up to being abused and taken advantage of, like I feel like sometimes I have been, because I'm way too nice, man. I'm way too caring. I love everybody. But if you in my personal life and I care about you, man, I put up with abuse and being taken for granted and waiting on everybody hand and foot. That's just my personality, man. That's just my style, because I'm constantly thinking of the big picture. And I know the big picture is that life is crazy. Life is unfair. The world is fucking crazy and stupid. It can be very mean and very harsh to a lot of people. And I just want to be some kind of peace and comfort to the people around me as much as I can. And sometimes that calls for me to be so giving that I'm open myself to abuse, to being taken advantage of and shit like that. Because I just want people to be so cool, so comfortable, that I'm just like, man, I would rather make you comfortable than to fight you. And making you comfortable will bring us to a level of peace, rather than me being combative over everything that you do or say that's wrong, because I already know you're not going to be perfect. If I can do something to kind of curb some of that, I'll do that. I'm the kind of person to apologize first. I always apologize first. Sometimes I apologize even if I'm not wrong, just to be like, can we not do this? Of course, between me and my kids in relationships, my relationship, yeah, I'm like that, man. I'm always the one to apologize first. I'm always one that I feel like I'm going above and beyond. I'm always one feeling like I don't always get that in return, and even though I know that kind of sucks, I won't let it jade me. I still remain that same kind of person, the giving person, the one that's always trying to accommodate. That's what's so weird to me, really, when I know what kind of person I really am. And if you knew me, you would know what's up, what I mean when I say this. If you grew up with me, then you know. When have I ever been this kind of like aggressive kind of person? I ain't never been like that my whole life, man. My whole life, ain't nobody never looked at me and be like, that is one tough, aggressive, ready to go ass nigga. Nobody would really feel like that's who I'm really supposed to be. But you know what got me like that? A whole lot of shit. Recognition that the world is fucking crazy. No understanding that the responsibility to protect me, myself, that's up to me and nobody else. All that type of shit, man. I survived being bullied as a kid, and salute to all my bullies because you taught me something. And that is, at some point, you got to stand up and say, if you gonna kick my ass, then kick my ass. Because I'm not fucking laying down for you. That's not finna happen. Beat me up then. Like, a lot of my bullies growing up, they taught me that. And that's a good thing to have, because everybody's so soft right now that you can tell that they ain't never been in no fight. They always have people cater to their emotions over the truth. They ain't never got their ass roasted and laughed at a lunchroom cafeteria table in high school. Because when I grew up, you got roasted at the lunch table. And whoever wanted to fight about the words was considered the pussy. Because you're not supposed to let words bring you to want to fight somebody because they laughing at you or none of that. You're not supposed to want to fight about that. That's what I learned growing up. You can tell that people nowadays ain't been through none of that. Because everybody pussy. As soon as you say something hurt somebody's feelings, then they act like you need to shut the fuck up because of the way you made them feel. And what's crazy is that overall, including this hot topic religion, they got all this fucking shit going right now, including they asses, anybody who ever affiliated with them, worked with them, consider themselves one of them, inside and outside the circle, all that. I'm talking about all of they ass plus the rest of the fucking world. Nobody escapes the fucking criticism, yo. And we all know that we accept a whole lot of disagreements about some very serious stuff already. As soon as I understand the Christian religion and it's being offered to me, and I say no thank you, that is the biggest diss to Christianity. It's to say no thank you to that. But I say no thank you to Judaism, everybody, Hindus. I'm just me, I'm just an individual, bro. The individual spirituality is the biggest minority, and it's the most important because nobody's paying attention to it. They actually sacrifice their own individuality to fit into these frameworks, to be part of different groups and all this other shit. I'm not rocking with none of that. So when I roast one group of people, I am roasting all of y'all as soon as I say, I know about your religion, and I say no thank you. That's the diss. What I say after that, if I feel like certain people in certain groups tend to have religious or spiritual ideologies in common, for me to say that isn't the diss. I already said I don't want to be one of them. That's the diss. So if you call it all of this little petty shit after the fact that you should have assumed anyway, as soon as I say I don't want to be one of them, you should have said, well, you probably find multiple layers of conflict between what it is that they talking about and what it is that you think you stand for, what you believe in, or what you understand about the world. You've already pointed, you probably got 1,000 things to point at to say why you disagree with them. Those are all of the disses that we actually accept, because you know damn well I don't have to be a part of their religious group for me to just get along with the world and these differences. We know that. We gotta let all of the in-between stuff, all of that shit gotta not shock you so much that I don't believe none of the shit that they say, that I don't rock with none of the shit they say, and that I might find some actual danger in believing in, following, or falling a victim to, or under the oppression of any religious organization that you can possibly name, including the ones that they won't let you talk about. Fuck all that shit. Fuck all of that shit. And then all you gotta do is use your brain and see exactly what it is that's going on with as many details as you can possibly come up with to apply to where you're coming from without exaggerating or making some shit up. And as long as I'm not exaggerating or making shit up, boy, I feel like I'm getting to the truth of shit. I don't know what else to say to y'all. That's why I feel so right about all this shit that I'm saying. I'm glad to see everybody here, and more people need to get here. Salute to the Gematria community. I be trying to spread the word about this shit. A lot of people don't dig it. And really, honestly, when I talk to some people, sometimes it's such a short interaction with them that I can tell that they don't dig it, but they're curious and they don't get it. And some of them actually say that they don't dig it because they don't get what I'm trying to say in a short period of time. And a lot of times people need a thorough explanation. They need to give in to the explanation of what it is. And then they need to see it being applied. Yeah, support the movement if you want to. And my cash app is $RPM movement. I've been doing this for like 4 years now. It was 4 years in October. 4 years in October. And it's been a struggle for the people in my life, and even for myself, to remind myself that the best thing I can possibly be doing is this and nothing else. Because the world is calling for that. But I got to go to my 9 to 5. If some way, somehow, any of this and other things that I got that I would like to get involved in, including music that sounds very much like all of my live streams, I just rhyme the shit and put it on the beat. You know, if all I had to do was that stuff, that would be fucking dope. Support the movement if you dig at what I'm saying. My 9 to 5 is cool, but employment is slavery, man. Taxation and theft and extortion. I can go on and on about all of that shit. But real talk, man, like, I need everybody to pay close attention, and we can't let emotions dictate what it is that we consider truth. You know what I'm saying? You guys want to get by it? You guys going this way?
No, we'll go through.
All right. No, excuse me.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Doing what you're doing, bro.
Thank you.
Keep that Constitution right.
Yes, yes. Too many people fought and died to keep it the way it was when they were here.
Oh,
They wouldn't appreciate us changing it the way they're trying to change it. I think they would be upset at us. They'd be upset at us for letting them do that.
yeah. No, I fought for it.
Yes, sir. And thank you for it. Because they hijacked the bravest of us, and then they had people fight for stuff, for weird stuff, and sometimes classified, literally classified information that they won't give you full disclosure on, but they say go fight and die for that. We'll tell you later. Maybe never. Freedom of Information Act has failed us multiple times. We see it happen. People, Trump claimed to be tapping into the Freedom of Information Act to reveal a whole bunch of stuff about JFK and other things, and he dropped the ball because there was this big old build-up, and then it was a fucking dud because he did nothing. The mystery still remains. He did nothing. They play y'all, bro. They do what the fuck they want. They play y'all, and they think it's funny, and they actually count on you being ignorant and unaware of what it is that they're doing, and then they justify them doing it by the fact that it worked because it should not have worked. It can only work on people that deserve it. That's the way they feel. That's the way they feel, man. That's the way they feel. You know who else feels like that? A motherfucker who is investment money. Yeah. They find a lot of justification in what it is that they're doing, and the thrill and just internal acceptance that what they are doing is actually working. So then they continue to do it. That's what that is, man. Yeah, boy. So then they continue to do it. AR-15, rocket, you know what to do. Hey, this my personal build too. I built this one. I love it. This my baby. Hold on, let me adjust it because she don't never get no shine. Let me put it on a 300 blackout, 10.5-inch barrel, and it's got a brace on it. This is not the epitome, because there's some other things I can put on this thing that will piss the ATF off. But this is one of those examples of what it is that the ATF really, really wants us not to have, which is strange to me. What I find strange about the ATF and all this other shit is that they don't got the power to make no laws. They really do need to shut the fuck up. They could just be real men and women, and just, I don't know if there's any women that work for. There's some women in the ATF, I'm sure. They need to just be real men and women. What's up, Divine Lion? They need to be real men and women and just come right out and say that they understand that they are the ATF and they don't really make laws, but they can make strong requests and demands and back it up by force, and that they expect for us to just follow that because it's the ATF saying that, but literally they are constitutional felons for what they are doing. So I don't really care about listening to the ATF. They keep on changing their definitions and shit all the time. Either I'm dangerous with the gun or I'm not. The length of the barrel shouldn't matter so much, and they're willing to be peaceful now until they change it on magical paper that something changed, and then they'll treat me like a rattlesnake after they write some magical shit on paper when I've done almost 100 of these, and even the law enforcement salutes me and waves and everybody's fine. They change it on paper and they start acting stupid. Know that that's their fault, not mine. I'm already cool. What the fuck is up, man?
Oh, yeah, man. They're trying to take his shit away. Don't let them. Don't let them.
And that's strange, man. They should want us to be able to
I
fight
saw you
well.
come around. I had to do a loop-de-loop. Come back and tell you, man.
Hell yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. You know who else don't want us to have this AR-15? Russia, if they want to invade. Don't let them. If your government starts sounding like some shit that'll make Russia happy, you should feel that that is suspicious. And then don't let them do that dumb shit. Stop playing. Now, who can deny what I just said? What presidential candidate can deny what the fuck I just said? Nobody. What gun hater? What judge? What cop? What lawyer can deny what the fuck I just said? That it should be suspicious if something that your U.S. government wants would also make Russia in a possibility of them invading America. If that would make Russia go, yeah, do that shit. Take them. Don't make Russia happy with your fucking bullshit, Biden. Because you already super weird for 1,000 reasons. A lot of people don't like you. A lot of people are waking up to the fact that we shouldn't just give power to government so much, because look what happens. They crash and burn. Every time somebody get in office, they get up there and crash and burn some shit. That's what they do all the time. Why you giving them the freedom? Why you putting it in their hands? Don't make any sense at all. that they will write the Constitution to be such a set in stone fucking golden tablet of fucking holiness delivered to you by your God, your government. If it's so damn cool and so damn holy and shit, why the fuck would they write something like the First and Second Amendment and then say, guess what, motherfuckers? Fight for 250 years or more. It'll always be this way because this is what we intended. You're never really going to get government to obey the Second Amendment or the First Amendment. Forever fight about it? No, they gave that shit for that to be the final say, the conclusion. They didn't write that shit for you to praise them, for us to fight about it. There is no more fight, bro. Are y'all fucking crazy? Don't give them your shit. That's like giving your drunk uncle that you see once every 5 years. That's like passing him your newborn baby while he drunk as fuck at the family reunion. Don't it seem fucking strange to you, the jackass? You cherish this fragile thing so much that you pass it off to somebody who looks like they're there to fuck that up for you. Knowingly or unknowingly, man. Either government is falling apart and they are incompetent, or they are evil. Because one thing's for certain, it is falling apart. I shouldn't have to worry about what the fuck Russia, North Korea, or China is going to do in this government conflict. Why the fuck would that ever have anything to do with me? If I did some shit that got a whole bunch of people in danger, you would look at me like something. These moral truths cannot be untrue because of the people that, if we were all naked, you wouldn't be able to tell you wouldn't tell the difference between me and them. You would only have to look at the actions. And if we were all out here naked, or all dressed the exact same, you would call almost every cop that approached anybody else the aggressor and the bad guy. But you put that fucking costume on him and then you let him do some shit that I would go to jail for, even if I had the same reasons. Y'all better open the fuck up. Y'all ass tweaking, bro. Because what the fuck did I just say they can be denied by any fucking I don't know how. The fuck I say they was stupid, dangerous, or wrong. Stop playing with me. Stop playing with me, bro. Stop playing with me. Nature reigns supreme, and you are in complete violation of your soul's journey. You are in complete violation of the responsibility that you have to yourself to not be played, dominated, ruled, controlled by anybody but nature. Nature is going to rule you because you can't escape that. You can't escape nature. It's just going to rule you. You get a natural reaction if you mess with an armed man and his family, and you threaten him. There's a natural reaction for him to try to make you stop doing that shit. That is true in protection of yourself and your family, and the aggressor doesn't matter. You can't plug the aggressor into a costume and say, well, he gets to do that and still call it right. If you're going to say that he gets to do that and you want to accept that, at least still call it wrong. When y'all look at law enforcement and what it is that they really do, most of the time, and then and you give it this moral pass like the cop must always be right. How'd you do that? 47 cops in California just got considered unfit to be police officers. They all failed a psychological test. How they even get in the door? Foot, hips, ass, back, they all in the door. They all in the area. Being bad, psychologically off law enforcement officers, but you plug them into this uniform, and everything that they did before you caught wind of what it was that was going on, everything they did had been given up to the illusion of, if that's an officer in a uniform with a badge, he's probably honorable, he's going to tell the truth about what fucking happened, he's going to probably be in the right, and everybody just lay the fuck down and let him do that. And y'all gave that kind of power to 47 crazy people that didn't pass a psychological background check. They had to pull their badges and their guns and redo the test. And they probably lowered the standard on the test so that they can all get in. I got to go look into the story to see what happened. But they let 47 people that are clinically, mentally incapable of being cops actually become cops for an extended period of time before they realized what they had done. So stop praising cops just because they're cops. Get the fuck out of here, bro. Y'all, you have to be insane to do that. If you're gonna do it because you're scared, to say that. But don't support the cops and they act like there's something wrong with me for saying the truth. Just admit that you're a pussy and you gave into that shit because you don't know what else to do and you're kind of scared. Just say that. But don't say that I'm stupid or crazy when you know what the fuck it is that I'm saying. It's undeniable. Don't play with me. You play with your kids. Don't play with me. You lie to your kids. You're not gonna be able to lie to me. How you gonna lie to me? What the fuck is you talking about, bro? They're wrong, period. And if what cops do ain't wrong, then let me go do what they do. And then don't say nothing to me. If I stop a cop or a car and tell them I don't like the way they drive it, I want their ID, this better be a current address that I might need to go there, sign this shit, they might as well be in blood because now you got a promise to give me money. If I did what the cops did, I would go to jail. What's up? Oh, man, sorry. Hey, thank you. Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Yes.
You see this? A sincere hug from a
Yeah.
total stranger that understands on sight what it is that this is about. Everybody deserves peace.
Yes.
So my soul can find some truth somewhere.
Yes.
Jesus, Allah, I don't know, find something. Look for it. So you should be looking. You should be looking and living, right? And there's nothing better than we could possibly be doing.
Yeah.
The bad people,
Yes.
they think everything is sweet. Everything is beautiful. And they don't want change. They should be changed. You can't let people do that. You're supposed to do something.
Yes. Have a blessed day.
What's your name? Sheila. That's my mother's name. The same name as my mother. See that? She said Jesus Christ. I hope so. I hope so. He better. Everybody love me. What is you talking about? Yeah. Yo, what else I want to talk about? Oh, I want to speak on this Migos thing. Of course, we all know, salute to Zach, saving the world. Yo, if you don't know who Zach Hubbard is, you gotta go check out Gematria Effect News. Every single one you can find, 22, 23, 24, 25. Just type in Gematria Effect News and any number between 20 and 25 or 26. Be on the lookout for 26. He may need that. He might go there. It might be a 26. They keep shutting them down every time. But go find Gematria Effect News, Gematria Effect Sports, Gematria Effect 22. Somebody says, Charm One, what's happening? Virginia, what's up? Yeah, beautiful interaction. You see that there? Go find all the Gematria Effect News. Go find that shit, Gematria Effect Sports for sure, because they all rigged. What I want people to understand, that there's a level of entertainment and you make your soul happy. You make your soul happy when you open up to new information, especially critical information that reveals a truth to you about how the world works that you didn't know before. And everybody understands that growing up, going through your adolescence, becoming a man, becoming a grown woman, when you really learn these life lessons where you feel like you are really coming into the responsibility to take care of the planet, to take care of the world for your kids, for other people's kids. When you realize that kind of thing, it makes you feel good inside. And I'm telling you, discovering Gematria did that for me. It made me feel like something that somebody was trying to use to trick me, I caught wind of by opening myself up to the possibility of learning something new every day, something great every day. And I was in that time in my life just doing that in general. And it seemed like when you do that, you start to notice things. You really do open up possibilities of learning stuff when you tell yourself that you know you need to learn. A man can die at 80 years old and he'll die going, what the fuck was that? It's hard to understand the world, yo. You should be paying attention and open yourself to learn because you're not going to get it all. People do deep, thorough, lifelong careers in studies of very difficult things to understand and to discover and to write on and to present to the world. People do this stuff. And they'll have a lifelong career in one topic and be super smart about that and still not know a fraction of what the world has to offer in what it is, how it works, and what the fuck is going on. When I mention Gematria to you, you have to know that it's another one of those things, man, that even if it's only for the entertainment, go check it out, try to understand how it works, and see if it applies to the world. Because it's a beautiful thing because the numbers keep flipping over and over again about every single thing that you pointed at in regards to things that we all know are wishy-washy. Government control, religious control, entertainment, because we all know that it's entertainment. We all know that there's a hypnotic effect to movies and music. I've gone into a grocery store, did some shopping, and I come out the grocery store in a sentimental mood about my girlfriend. And this has happened throughout my entire life. And I go, where's this feeling coming from? This feeling of wanting to be romantic or wanting to feel sorry for being an asshole sometimes. The feeling would just wash over me. And what it is that I don't realize now that this song is in my head, I can't remember where it came from. The fucking grocery store. A fucking love song from the 80s is in my head now. And now I'm feeling sentimental and sweet without realizing where that came from until hours later when I realized the song is stuck in my head and I don't know where it came from. That's weird, bro. You can be programmed emotionally to actually act and treat other people in a certain kind of way because of music, movies, politics, and all this other shit. Yes, the fuck you can. We're all programmed. And when you look at that, you go, that's some powerful shit, right? So when I tell you that the recognition of how powerful those things are has been obtained by all of the people in the heads of all of these industries of technology, energy, big pharma, politics, the military-industrial complex, food manufacturing with all this fake shit. They all are aware that if they want to pump everything that they want to get out into the world, the illusion of authority, what to eat, bacon and eggs, being dinner, breakfast of champions, all this other shit. All of that is proven to be a psychological play on advertisement and manipulation of the mind to see if they can get people to go, oh yeah, bacon for breakfast. Everybody do that, and everybody do. How did I get that way though? If you don't know who Eric Bernays is, I think he was the nephew of Sigmund Freud or some. I think, am I getting these names right? I think so. And both of them were very much into the psyche of the human mind. And of course, they always get gears toward advertising and selling you shit. Commerce, nigga. That's how they make this shit go around. That's what it's all related to. So when you look at all of this stuff, man, you gotta know that your own human body, when it malfunctions, you go to a doctor, somebody who looks deeper into it. Your human mind is something that people look deeper into it, then they sell you shit with advertising and stuff like that. You gotta know that that's how it works. You don't know that?
I saw your sign like drove all the way back around the corner. Did they get pictures of you? Thank you.
Well, what's your name?
Allison.
Allison, thank you for understanding. Yeah. Allison understands. They know. Yo, the sign helps. And really, honestly, when I first decided to even get out here to rock this shit, the sign, the bulletproof vest, all of this was meant to kind of cushion, potential dangers while making it very clear that this comes first. Give me the hug and then we have the talk. It's all about love, man. And if love don't make you kind of aggressively protective, then what is the love? Huh? The love is just for you to hug and enjoy each other while you're being stomped on by something that says, ha, we beat the fight out of you motherfuckers. Now just love each other while we stomp the hell out. Like you can't let them do that, right? So in the idea of the love, you also have to be willing to be protective. Sometimes aggressively protective. And you honor that shit when you see police do it. You honor it when you see the military do it. But let's not forget how tainted these avenues of this heroism is and how guided and controlled and manipulated those things are. Because how did it come about? Huh? Religion plays a big part in that. You give a man a holy book and a gun, you can convince that man to do some shit and he wouldn't do without these things. These two things. Oh, three, the gun, yeah, sure, you need that to fucking fight. You put the gun in his hand after you tell him, salute this flag and then follow this holy book. You definitely need that flag, that nationalism. You mix all of that together, you can get a man to do some crazy shit, right? But that all comes to you through the military-industrial complex, weapons manufacturing and selling to us and them, of course. That's just the way it is. We stuck, we in the shit now. They made the gun, when they put the fucking gunpowder and the projectile together, hey, bro, they opened up a can of fucking worms that you can't undo, bro. Now we out here, sorry, and that means everybody gets it. Hornets with stingers, bro. Boom, bang, that's what that shit is about, man. The gun shit is for everybody. But they do all of this, man, and they completely manipulate and shape your entire perception of the world, man. And don't forget, war is a racket. There's money to be made. While we were in that pandemic bullshit, when there is a war or a violent conflict between countries, just know that somebody needs that to happen so that their business of doing that is propelled, so that it moves forward. Who wrote the book War is a Racket? Somebody wrote a book called that, and the guy is a very smart guy. He's at the military experience and political experience. I don't know much about his background, and I can't remember his name. But war is a racket. The guy wrote a book about it. The book is no fucking joke. He not fucking around. I've never read it, but I heard enough of it. I heard people quote it and point it out. I looked up some quotes from the book myself, and I go, oh yeah, that's a book to be read for sure. For sure. And it looks to be true. A lot of stuff that conspiracy theorists be saying, the world actually looks so much like that that's a perfect interest. That you gonna look to be sure that, I'm telling you, if 10% of conspiracy theories are true, we got a fucking problem. 10%, bro, and the world is crazier than you think with 10%. Stop playing. Stop playing. Stop playing. Including that entertainment, that Migos shit. You throw that Gematria in the fucking mix. All of this shit is crazy. There's a game going on with that. There's a game going on with that. The number of days between different pivotal events in the Migos career. People involved, was killed. Come on, bro. All of that shit is ritualistically playing out to a rhythm that you find in Gematria, no different than the career and death of NWA and Eazy-E, and how tied in it is with Ice Cube releasing an album called Lethal Injection. Eazy-E has a song called, or an album or something called 151, The Home of the Sick, or some shit like that, and that happens to be a variant of the hospital room number that he died in. All of this shit, ain't none of this shit, come on, man. Y'all think everything coincidence, and if you think like little examples that I might be able to spit to you off the top of my head during these live streams, man, if you think that ain't enough to convince you, trust me when I say you need to go check out Gematria Fake News, man. Because he's going to break down in such precise detail exactly how the numbers work in a few ciphers, that when you realize that the number is a language in and of itself, and then all of these numbers start speaking to each other in a language, and for you to deny it would be ridiculous. You would have to say that it looks like something is there. Now, whether you believe that that's what it is, okay, fine, maybe you don't believe that that's what it is. But what you need to say at the very least is, well, it looked like something there. At least say that much. I'm getting some hugs today. I like it. I get a lot of support from the cars too that y'all don't see. And I should turn the camera more so y'all can see cars' reactions too, because people be reacting, man. People be reacting. But listen, man. Yeah, I do need to. Yo, my cousin just texted me. I do want to make a honk sign so that people can make the noise, because a lot of people wave and shit like that, but they don't be honking the horn a lot. But really, if they was honking the horn, it'd be hard for you to hear this thing. I know with the wind, I know it's probably windy right now. I know it's probably windy. I'm trying to put the phone in a place where the wind ain't really blowing so much against the speaker that you can hear me. But yo, man, a lot is going on in the world, man. You already here. Life is life. Death is gonna be death. Ain't nobody gonna escape this shit. You never get out of here alive. It's not even the fucking point of it. There's a certain level of acceptance that if you find that acceptance in certain truths in life, you will open up to not be so scared to come out here and do this. When I do this shit, people go, oh man, you brave, oh man, you got balls, man. It takes guts to do that. I don't think so. I don't feel like it. I don't feel no different than when I get out my car to pump gas than for me to get out here and do this. I honestly don't care. Because I already know that I'm coming with the love. I already know that I got some truthful shit to say. I already know that I intend to free the world with some kind of information that people will be happy to hear. If somebody told me on my deathbed about Gematria, I'd be pissed. Because I feel like, fuck, now I got to figure it out. And I'm about to fucking check out, but now you just opened a mystery to me that I think would be fun and entertaining to fucking chase the white rabbit, bro. Because Gematria is some entertaining, spooky, beautiful shit, man. It really is. Your English language is coded. Let me run it by you, but people don't understand what I'm saying. And hey, yo, Zach, if you still watching, yo, I've been meaning to tell you this, and I need to get all of my cousins to watch this live stream when I run this, because at least one or two of them is gonna remember this possibly for when we was kids. I remember one of them asking me how many letters was in the alphabet, and I didn't know. So we wrote them all out so that we can count them. Yeah, Bamboo in here, what up, Bamboo? So me and my cousins, we wrote all of the letters out and then wrote numbers on them so we could count them because I didn't know how many there actually were. And then we realized that there was 26. And then we all wrote our names down and then wrote the corresponding number to each letter in our name under our letters. And then we added all the letters together and came up with a number. And we did this shit as kids, yo. Which one or two of my cousins remember doing this shit? I remember where we were. We were in Granny house in the upstairs hallway, just hanging out in the hallway on a Saturday afternoon or some shit like this. I might have been like 9 years old maybe. So any of the cousins that it possibly could have been that remember doing this with me would have to be so close in my age that some of y'all would be excluded because y'all too young. But it had to be some cousins that are within like 3 to 5 years of me, of my age. But I remember doing that when we was kids, bro. We accidentally stumbled upon what Gematria kind of is. But we didn't apply it to anything else. We just kind of broke the numbers down like that to see what happened once we revealed ourselves that the letters that we could number. And then we gave the numbers the value. Very organically, we did that shit. I remember doing that shit. But Gematria is a beautiful thing, man. And it's a number coding system that's built into, not something that we think we see. It was conceived in this way to do this. The English language was very much like, and there's other languages that attempted to do it. The English language mixed with the Gregorian calendar, created by a certain group of people we're not supposed to say, but they did a collaboration with the Catholics, and they created Gematria, the English language, and the Gregorian calendar. The group in and of themselves call themselves the Jesuits. That's who they are. That's who they really are. And the language is coded very much like other languages that attempted that do this, not as well, not as thorough, not as widespread as the English language, of course. Where you gonna go where you can't find nobody that speaks English? And if they speak English, then they probably doing commerce in that American fucking petrodollar, that fiat bullshit dollar. Right? They go hand in hand like this across the planet, fucking shit up. That's what they do. That's what they're here for, to fuck shit up. The English language, the hypnotic thing, man. And very much like Roman numerals. You see Roman numerals, your brain tells you you're looking at a number and a bunch of X's and I's. And then they add 2 X's and I make a whole nother number when you add the 2 because you give each of them a numerical value. And then you add them. And then you keep on adding all the letters to come up with a fucking number. Like, come on, man. That's a weird kind of a system, and you accept it, though. Because you just find a level of acceptance, and then you apply it, and you go, okay, I see how it works. And now forever, when you see X's and I's together, you think you see numbers, bro. The English language is the same way. You just don't know it. So the fact that you don't know it can't make it untrue. It already is what it is. And if you want to know what that is, check out Manly P. Hall's book called The Secret Teachings of All Ages. Read the book. That's where my guy Zach got it from. That's where Zach got it from. Salute to Zach. Zach is not making this shit up. A very highly intellectual man with tons of experience, wrote multiple books to explain what it is that he discovered about the world, actually wrote about this. The ancient teachings of the secret teachings of all ages is where you find the work on what Gematria really is.
Do you remember me?
Yeah, I remember you.
You made me have a great day that
That's
day.
good.
The rest of that day.
That's good.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And everything after that was better.
Yeah, that's good. And it should be. You know?
And I hope it gets better for you.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Glad.
Thank you. Good to see you. Yeah, you too. Good to see you. Every time you see me, stop out. Thank you. But your English language is coded like this, man. You should feel relieved to hear about Gematria and then to go look into it and see what it does. You should just go, whew, man, that feel good. This is gonna be fun to kind of try to figure this out and follow it and see where it goes and stuff. Yeah, kind of entertaining and stuff, kind of weird. And wow, this is amazing. I'm glad I know this. That's how I feel. I'm glad to know this shit. If I lived my life and I never heard of Gematria, that'd be sad as fuck. I would feel played, bro. Like, damn, I wish I knew that. And then you try and tell some people, they go, that's ridiculous. How's it ridiculous? You don't call Roman numerals ridiculous. Fucking jackass. What the fuck? What the fuck is wrong with people, man? And see, that's why I am the way I am. I try to be as positive as possible. Some people think I'm smart. I think I'm kind of smart. I'm not an idiot. But what makes me not an idiot is not the shit that I know. It is the shit that I am capable of knowing. The shit that I want to know. And if you're capable and willing to learn, you are miles ahead of a lot of people who think that they already know the whole story. They don't need to know shit. There's some IQ points to be given off the fact that you are capable and desire to know anything, whatever somebody want to teach you. You're interested. You got your ears and eyes open. Good for you. Good for you, because you just beat a whole lot of people. You just beat a whole lot of people out. They are 2 steps behind you now. Just off that, before you even learn anything new, bring that approach to what's going on, and you beat a lot of people. There's a Hy-Vee gas station right here. That I'm in this gas station often. There's a guy that was in there, and I know him. He knows me. I'm in there all the time. You know, like that, regular customer in there. And they be working him out. Every time I go in there, he in there. Like, dude, did they ever give you a day off? He always in there, right? Yeah, double hug, 2 hugs. Yeah, I'm always in there, right? Today, out of the blue, he says, I understand people having a pistol, but some guy came here talking about his AR-15 and nobody needs that shit. I go, let me tell you who the hell I am, bro. This is gonna shock you. I'm a gun rights factivist, as a matter of fucking fact, bro. He didn't know that about me. But I had to tell him, yo, the AR-15, boys, you crazy? Don't you realize that if I am considered a dangerous person because that's who I am in here and in here, that if all I had was my Glock on my side, I got an extended magazine with all these hollows, boy. If I was gonna be a dangerous fucking person, I wouldn't need the AR to do it. I would smile at you while I got my pistol without carrying this fucking AR that you're so scared of, and then I could act fucking stupid if I wanted to. See? What is this with giving all of this grace to people owning pistols while being terrified of people that own the AR, as if you're okay with the crazy guy as long as he only has a pistol? Are you crazy? Their reaction is such an automatic reaction to the news and out of fear and ignorance that I don't think they realize what it is that they're doing and saying. I don't think they get it, bro. I had to break it down to my guy in the gas station earlier today. He just didn't get it. And I told him, I was like, you seem to be a loving person. You really care about people and you're kind of turned off by the violence in the world. He said, yeah. I said, who would you hurt if I gave you my AR? He said, nobody. And I said, I got you. See? As long as I'm a good person, don't be mad about my AR, bro. The bad guy, the next shooter, Russia, if they want to invade you, and then somehow, coincidentally, your own government, you know what they got in common? All 3 of them say that they don't want you to have this. Spooky. Motherfucker. Spooky shit. Because your government shouldn't sound like something that will make a foreign invader happy. To make the next shooter happy. Why y'all all sound alike? You're not gonna get that shit past me. And when I say that shit, the argument is over. Over. Don't talk to me no more. Because you gotta reconcile that shit before you say another word to me. Why they all sound the same? Huh? You're protected, and all of the fear that we all have about Russia right now, about China right now. And how do you think Putin is aware of the gun hate over here, and Biden talk about he gonna get that ban before he leave office? Russia knows that Biden said that. Do you think that makes them feel good or bad? Do you think that makes them happy, or that they feel unbothered or uninterested in any of that going on? They are interested in all of our politics. They watch our elections go down. They're waiting, constantly jockeying for position to see who's going to be in office here, to see what it is that they got to deal with on a global market, on a global scale, including the military-industrial complex, the economic fucking bullshit that's going on. They're constantly watching us. China and Russia both know that they just heard Biden say that he is not going to leave office until he get an AR ban. An assault weapons ban. Ask yourself, how does that make them feel? How they feel about it? Does it make China feel relieved? Do they feel emboldened in what they're going to do next if Biden is successful in doing that, or another administration? Think about that. If you can't think about what I just said in the midst of your ignorance and gun hate, and then answer the fucking question and have a conversation with me about specifically what it is that you think is going through the mind of China's government and fighting army and Russia's, what do you think that they feel like inside, and how do they adjust their plans and how they see us while they're waiting to see if Biden can get these guns from us? Huh? Oh yeah. I love it. Yeah. Answer that question. It's a burning question. This is why they delete my live streams from time to time. They attack me, especially when I reach out to any other platform. They got a bigger audience that I'm vibing with, mixing their brand of freedom and exposure with this. Any truth seeker plus this equals fucking danger for their ass. Because knowing why you getting your shit stumped out ain't good enough. What they want is for you to not recognize them, first of all. And to recognize them, be scared to do anything about it. And then attack people who call you to the responsibility of recognizing and handling your shit. Then they also want that if you ever stood up to them, that you don't stand a chance. That is what they want, right? Don't let the U.S. government make Russia and China comfortable by taking this from us while we are worried about what they're going to do to us. The two things don't mix. Don't let them do that shit. Are y'all crazy? Don't play.
Right on, man.
Yeah.
Right on. Keep it up.
Yeah. Thanks for the understanding.
Yep.
Hey, man, I like to tell everybody, man, if you don't start that fight, you're supposed to win. You might need a gun for that, man.
I hear that.
But you're supposed to win if you didn't start that shit.
I hear that.
Another hug, yes. Yo, a lot of people air hug away from the cars and shit, you know, they ain't got time to stop. Sometimes they in different lanes, but they be like, man, take a little too much to get to you. I see you, deuce, peace. Yeah, they do that shit from the car and all that. But yeah, when people actually stop to give the hug, that takes a lot of effort. When people are out here going about their day, they can be going to work, going to pick their kids up, they can be doing anything out here important, but they go, I'm gonna stop to go hug this dude. And I love that shit. Created a track record that they do not want the world to see. That I can get out here as aggressive as I am with my tongue and what it is that I'm saying, because I know I be talking that shit. I know sometimes I be going off. Sometimes I don't seem like a nice person. I seem like kind of dangerous, yeah, for the right reasons. I think we got an obligation to be dangerous for the right reasons. All that love should bring you to being aggressively protective in regards to protecting the shit that you love, when you already know that the bad guys are always going to triumph when they have no problem using violence to prepare their shit, and all the good guys trying to be so peaceful that they don't want to hurt nobody. Sometimes you gotta be okay with somebody. Damn, but then y'all be mad when I say, man, no, I get to say that shit. I get to say that shit because a child trafficker, a tyrannical government pulls the mask off of their face and then they go, we're finna smash this shit. And start smashing shit like many countries do after they disarm their own people. Yeah, that's what they do. King Kong, Godzilla, all through their own fucking country. Better than the foreign invader ever could have did it. That's the fucking history of the planet, and it's not my fault for recognizing that shit. Yeah, I mean, you motherfuckers too. Anybody who wants to trample anything around this motherfucker should get the bang bang as a reaction, and it's not my fault for seeing that. I don't know what else you want me to do. I'm not gonna be able to hug a tyrannical government, bro. They actually want me to remain right here and then no place else so that it's easier for them to do that shit. So that an invader can be like, yeah, it's easier for us to invade. Keep them here thinking that love is always the answer and violence is never the answer. Then why is it that all of their shit is prevailing while they know that they use extreme force and violence, the craziest levels of violence that the world has ever seen, with the biggest guns that the world has ever seen? They use all of that to get to obtain and maintain what they have, and then they tell you, hey man, violence ain't the answer. Yes the fuck it is. Yes it is. There it is. There it is. Tell the police violence ain't the answer. You know what they gonna say? Cool fucking shit. I've been training and I'm certified fucking shooter. Boy, what was all that for? What you give me these guns for? We got an MRAP. What you give us that for? It kind of looks like you are telling us that violence may be the answer sometimes. We'll try other stuff first. And that's what we're here for, to try all the other stuff first. U.S. Title 18, Section 242, even though all of that written shit is blah. If you hear me cite some written shit to try to prove a point, just know that I'm telling you that even inside the game of the magical writing, they still fucked it up. I don't even give a fuck or need none of that shit. I think they in the fucking wrong without any of that. And I can prove on the natural level that they're all wrong about all of that shit. But when you look inside their own game and see that they still wrong, they got no place to fucking hide but to get the fuck out of here. That's what they deserve. The boom, to be fired, to be y'all all fired. Get the fuck out of here. Get that fucking, get your candy dish and a picture of your ugly ass fucking kids and your dog bowl that you fucking got water and fucking shit everywhere because you bring your fucking ugly dog in here on occasion. Supposed to be a free country, but the price of freedom is eternal vigilance. Whoever said that shit, I can't remember who said that, but somebody said that, and it sound good, and it sound right. Did you ever think that at some point you would fight for true freedom, get it, and go, oh, I'm glad that's over. Nah, boy, you gotta stand guard. It's always gonna be a fight for freedom. Always, man. There's no way to get away from that. And you're gonna have to match your oppressor. You're gonna have to match him. Because bad guys got no problem using violence to compel their shit. The whole time they telling y'all, do not use violence. Throw your temper tantrum, stomp your feet, pout, slam your bedroom door. It don't fucking matter. You still grounded, you little brat. And that's what they tell you when you marching and voting and campaigning to fucking change it from the inside, and then losing every damn thing you try to run for, Mr. Third Party. They gave you that third party motherfucking option to lull your ass to sleep or to give y'all something to put y'all energy into so they can flip it on you later. That's what they did that shit for. Third party my ass. I appreciate the attempts. I don't think a third party thing is going to work because in order to give into the third party thing, you have to completely miss the truth in what it is that you're dealing with. A democracy is majority rule, and who the fuck is going to call that freedom? How you call a majority rule of freedom? Who did the fucking wolves and the lamb voted on us for dinner? Yeah, whoever said that shit, yeah, you're right. That's democracy. Come on, man, it sounds crazy. You're never going to win that like that. If you cannot find a level of recognition in the truth of what it is that y'all are leaning on for support and guidance, you will forever be a slave to that shit because all of it sounds stupid to me. All of it sounds crazy. Religion sounds crazy to me a little bit. When there's emotions and a goal and an objective and any level of disappointment or punishment or waiting for something to unfold or some shit like that, and this is what a God is supposed to be, that don't even sound like life or cosmos is supposed to work like that. What God needs me to do something in order for him to get his shit straight. What type of shit is that? What the fuck do I need to do? I'm down here confused as hell. I'm a fucking little piece of a spiritual fucking antenna that we call a human being. How much of the world population that is here right now with me that I never know that I'm standing in? Now consider all the people that ever will be and all the people that have been. Come on, man. Come on, man. What's at stake on a spiritual level in the eyes of a God who's supposed to be creating me, watching me, and judging me, that can't be up to me. I'm supposed to be here fighting off a demon, a god, a devil, a Satan, a Lucifer that he won't even fight. They can possess bodies and all this other weird shit. I'm supposed to fight him and win, and then see you and make it. Get out of here, bro. That's I don't even understand that kind of spiritual journey. All that shit sound fugazi as hell to me. I could never rock with it. 9 years old, couldn't rock with it. Zach was telling the story how he could rock with religion since he was a kid. I got kicked out of the church when I was like 8 or 9 years old for denying accepting Jesus as my Lord and Savior after I was taken from one room where all the kids were in Sunday school into another room, and they did this one by one, took us into another room to pray over us and then to ask us to accept Jesus as our Lord and Savior because it had to be our choice. They couldn't make us do it. This is how they set this all up. And when I got it out, I was like, nah. They were like, well, I was like, nah, it all sounds scary to me. I don't want to give my soul to anybody. It sounds strange. Can't I just keep it? It sounded strange to me to give my soul up to something for favor. But when they say that people are praising Satan, they say that they sell their soul to Satan so that they can get favors. But you just told me to sell my soul to Jesus to get the favor. If these stories are fucking different, tell me what the fuck. That sounds the same to me. And there's some shit even within these writers, even though and both of these characters come from the same story. You need the story to have the both of them. And then there's other parts in the story that kind of allude to the possibility that God and the devil is one and the same. It even says in the King James version somewhere that in all of, I guess in multiple versions, but in the King James version I'm aware of, it says I create the light, I create the darkness, I the Lord do all these things. And it says it right in there. And then people act like that's some kind of metaphor for something else, but ain't that the best way to give your God the power and respect that you're trying to make me give him? That he is responsible for everything. That will have to include the bad stuff, man. I don't know how to do that. Otherwise, you got to say somebody else is creating some shit. But I thought you just said he was the chief, though. What? Did he create everything or not, bro? I think you have to say that he did. Like, what the hell? Even the bad stuff. What the hell? Just say it. It's just weird. It all seemed weird to me, and I don't want to give my soul to nobody. And even to this day, I kind of feel like maybe maintaining your soul and giving it up to nothing out of fear or in desire of favor. If you don't do that, you win. That's the ticket to ascend, is to maintain your soul and say no to everybody. Maybe that's what it is. It makes more sense like that because all of these motherfuckers sound the same. How you mad that somebody sell their soul for fame and favor to Lucifer, and then other people do it to God, and then you go, it's good to give it to him to praise and get the favor because you pray and your favors work because you one of God's children. And man, come on, man. Y'all sound like y'all saying the same. I'm not giving my soul to nobody. I told him that day in Sunday school, 8, 9 years old, I won't give my soul to nobody. He got mad as hell. They gave up on me, took me back in the other room and told me to sit in the corner and wait while they do the other kids. And then I telling the other kids, they like, what's wrong with you? I was like, I told him I wasn't rocking with that shit. He got mad at me. I'm telling the other kids I don't believe it. Then they told me, stop telling the other kids that I don't believe that shit and why. I was like, yo, y'all bugging, bro. I felt so alienated and so attacked. It was a traumatic fucking situation. I get on the church bus for them to take us back home. This motherfucker, the guy driving the bus is the same guy that was interrogating me about the Jesus shit, right? He stops the bus in the middle of the street and gets out and he goes, you were flipping them people off. I was like, no, I wasn't. He was like, yeah, you was. I was like, who's not flipping off? He was like the traffic passing by. I was like, I wasn't giving nobody the finger, bro. He pulled up to my house, waved my mom to the bus, and said that he's not welcome to be here until he changes his attitude. He's flipping people off on the bus and shit. I told my mom I didn't do that. She actually believed me. I was crying like crazy. She said it didn't sound like some shit that I would do. She don't understand what the fuck is going on. And from that day forward, she said, I'm not gonna make you go to church if you feel like that. If you want to go, you can go. If you don't want to go, you ain't gotta go. And I ain't never go back, bro. This grown ass man lied to me. Really said that until I changed my attitude about accepting Jesus, I wasn't welcome back. I wasn't flipping people off on the fucking bus on the way home, bro. Grown ass man lied on me. Crazy, right? Crazy shit. And then this guy right here, waving. Mr. There he is. He waved though. At least he waved, right? But he won't talk to me though. Watch this. Let me see if I can get him. If they call for confiscation, are you going to do that, bro? If they call for confiscation, are you going to do that? He said no. He said no. He said he's not gonna do that shit. I didn't think he was gonna answer me. He said he shook his head no, hard as hell. He meant that shit. Good for him. What's his squad car number? I can't even see it now. I need glasses. I need my glasses, bro. Contacts or something. I wish I knew who that car was. Cause him, I would shake his hand. I'm like, thank you, bro. Thank you, man. Much love to you and your family, man. Don't let them fool you, man. Yes. Second Amendment, based on a natural right. They recognize a natural right in a man. Just like I respect a feral cat or a raccoon on my porch, I'm not gonna kick him. He gonna fight me. That raccoon gonna fight your ass. He don't care who sent you or what the odds are, nothing. Corner him and kick him and watch what happens. But yeah, man, church is crazy, religions are crazy, bro. I don't get it, man. I don't get it. I think consciousness is bigger than what religion tries to put on it. Cause y'all wait, people that believe in Jesus, you wouldn't have discovered that Jesus story unless somebody told you. Don't you think that's weird? That your whole spiritual journey is supposed to be based on something that you got lucky to hear? I think there's something to be said about pondering your own existence inside of here, giving a sincere questioning of what the hell life is and what makes sense. And I used to be an anti-theist, atheist, didn't believe in no God, no nothing, right? Then I had to change that because I realized that I use logic and sensitive perspectives to guide me to what it is that I think needs to be going on. And the conclusion that I came up with is consciousness would have never came from a rock and nothing rises higher than the source. So our consciousness has always been here. The soul is eternal, and I believe that. That makes sense. All right. Thank you for the hug. I understand. What's your name?
Tiara.
Thank you, Tiara. Yo, I'm getting plenty hugs today. Hey, this is gonna be one of the nicer days that I'm gonna have to even get out here too. You know, it's getting cold out here, Midwest Iowa. These Iowa winters be rough, right? So this is a beautiful day. One of the last days I'm gonna probably have to get out here. So I appreciate all the hugs and all that. That's what's up. But spirituality is big, man. I think spirituality and your whole soul's journey, I think it's so big and so deep that whatever it is that we got going on, it has to be an eternal thing. So the idea of an afterlife, I believe that. And I don't think you need no God to do that. I think that once we are here, then I believe that I can apply what's going on here to be conscious, spiritual, maybe even some scientific things that you can touch on there to kind of allude to some truth in some of that. All of that shit can be this without a God, including the idea of an afterlife and all of that shit. I believe all of it. I believe not only is there an afterlife, I believe that there's no way to make consciousness not exist. Because like I was saying, nothing rises higher than the source. Consciousness couldn't come from a rock. I don't think in a million years a rock is going to look at another chunk of rock and go, "Why are we rocks? How did we get here? What should we be doing? What should we be rocking?" I don't believe that. I think consciousness is a powerful thing, and I believe that, not believe, but I think. Because everything that I come to the conclusion of is because I'm thinking, not believing. So if you ever hear me say believe, just know that I mean think. Because I'm going to say that just out of just saying that, but I mean think. And I do think that spirituality is a beautiful thing, and it is eternal.
That's the Second Amendment.
Yeah. I think what it is that we're doing right now, I think we on the playground, man. We just down here playing. We just out here playing, in here playing, whatever this shit is. But religion just be putting shit in boxes, man. I think we put it in a box. I don't think whatever is responsible for me being here, whatever the source is, the all, whatever the all is, I think we are forever tethered to it. Can't separate ourselves from it. Can't make it happy. Can't piss it off. It just already is what it is. That's how you pay respect to a God or a source of your consciousness. It's to realize that if you just kind of a peon that religion wants you to believe you are, at least know that you are eternally connected to something. And if you are so small and minuscule in the whole grand scheme of consciousness, just know that you can't piss it off or make it happy. It ain't up to you to do none of that. Just live your life. live your life and try to be good, man. I think good and bad is an inevitable consequence of cause and effect. And some of that is subjective because what makes me happy if I eat a burger could have been tragic for the cow where the burger came from, but I ate the burger, bruh, and I was grateful for eating it. If I was hungry as hell, my life depends on it. Which is another thing I try to point out. I try to point out a whole bunch of little itty bitty little details and shit about how religion and this idea of God in like a Christian definition, especially Christianity, because that's what I grew up on. To think that we're all being judged by this God and that we were given these bodies so perfect. It's like, how the fuck are we so perfect that number one, we depend on food to survive, to live. If this God could do anything, he could have made us independent of having to even eat food, right? But look how fragile it is because people die of starvation. Look at the tragedy that detail in our design led to. People dying of starvation because of war actions of people that they never met before, and all types of other things that lead famine and just scarcity. But all that shit leads to starvation, which is magnifying an error in design, if you want to say that we were designed by God that created us perfectly. Bullshit perfect. Because then on the flip side of that, sometimes people actually get food in a world where food is scarce and millions and billions, uncountable number of people have died from starvation, right? Ha! Some people have died from choking on food too. Ha! Look at that design. Kicking y'all ass. Fuck out of here, bro. Perfect design, my ass. Call him something else or just admit that your story sounds weird as hell. Bugs and fish? I got a seafood allergy. Yeah, and that's dope. I got a seafood allergy though. Now is that my body being highly sensitive to some bad shit that's in the water, that's now in the seafood and stuff? Because some people kind of say that. Or is there something like in some of these needle pokes that they give to the kids? You know what I'm talking about? Growing up, you got to get them pokes in order to go to the schools and shit. Is there something in there that led to my eczema, my dry skin, and my allergies to seafood and tree nuts too? I'm a fucking kid in a bubble, man. I got seasonal allergies, food allergies up the wazoo. This shit is crazy, bro. Where it come from though? Yeah, buddy. Where it come from, I don't know. But yo, bad design, boy. You choking on food or starving to death and you call this a holy, godly design by a perfect creator. Bullshit, he fucked this shit up, boy. This body weak as hell, boy. And it don't even do much. Born not even being able to walk. I'm mad that I can't fly. The fuck out of here, perfect design. I am disappointed. Fuck out of here, bro. My imagination of what creation could have been couldn't possibly be superseding the Christian God, because I could have came up with some better shit than this. This shit is boring as fuck. The summer when I was 12 years old, that whole summer, it took me all summer to try to find materials and then find some way to manufacture a Wolverine claw. That's what I did all that fucking summer. And at the end of the fucking summer, I wanted to show this fucking Wolverine claw off, and it was janky as fuck. I could never really figure it out. It pissed me off, and I was scarred for life. And I'm always disappointed in life. Every day when I wake up, when I'm not Wolverine, Spider-Man, Deadpool, or one of these niggas, I'm looking right at it from somebody else's imagination. I got an imagination of my own, but the imagination of a God that created perfect human beings couldn't make me fly or shoot lasers out of my eyes or stop bullets with my skin. That's whack as hell. I'm disappointed. What are you talking about? This shit whack as hell. You got a whack ass design. The shit breaks down on you. Cancers, mental deficiencies and retardation, physical disabilities that people are born with and shit like that. Man, get the fuck out of here, boy. This design whack as hell. I think what a lot of this shit really is, man, is that consciousness resides at such a high level that something as primitive as some cavemen and sheep herders and goat herders write some shit down in a book and said that they're inspired by the true God. That can't be the answer to reality when consciousness has been here way before them, supersedes all of that shit. It has way more to offer and to describe to you in your senses than that fucking book. It ain't no fucking books, bro. And some of them books do got some dope shit in there. They do try to tap into some higher spiritual kind of shit, because I think humanity has an imagination to poke around and probe our imagination and compare it to reality and manifestation of reality and consciousness to vibe with some truth, and we do find some of that. And y'all put it in a holy book, and then y'all mix it with all this other funny ass shit, man, and it's crazy. Because I think y'all take a good thing and then y'all mess it up. I think y'all messed it up. And there is some good stuff in it. But all in all, man, I think it boxes us so much that if we think that we are born guilty of something, and then we have to make ourselves well by digging through all of this confusion and all of these religions that all sound beautiful to find the right one because your soul depends on it. I'm not quite sure if the creator of consciousness would do that to you and then punish you for not getting it right. It seems evil, it seems weird. I think we're way freer than that, man. And I think we got eternity to figure this stuff out. That's how you connect yourself with a real God, to say, if I am him at all, if I'm a part of this consciousness at all, how the fuck can reality get rid of me? You can't get rid of me, bro. I am in this bitch, bro. Because to get rid of it, in the idea of eternity, to somehow cancel or completely get rid of this energy, this soul energy, just seems to go against so much of what you say God is supposed to be, or even what science even says about the distribution of energy and the transfer of energy. It all seems like, from both angles, in order to give your God the true respect, and in order to pay the respect to the science that we can latch onto, because we are scientific bodies interacting with a scientific thing that has physical properties and qualities that we can't examine. I give science that much, because science is kind of weird and kind of crazy sometimes, but it's not all bullshit. Just like religion. But if you give the proper credit to both of these avenues, you'll realize that the only answer is that we got eternity to figure life out, and that nothing is as serious as we make it. A lot of shit is not as serious as we make it. And I think that we would just stop fighting and all come together to ponder what the shit is. I think we can figure out the mysteries of the world, the mysteries of consciousness. I think it's the only thing that we should be doing. Of course, you entertain here and there and shit, and technology is already here. I think that we can do this spiritual journey as we need to live alongside some of this technology, some of it. But I think all in all, man, we need to be turning these lights off, get rid of this the light pollution in some of these cities once a month. Yeah, boy. Once a month we should be doing that, and then asking ourselves, what the fuck is this shit? What is that? What the fuck is that? It's a beautiful thing. It's weird, man. Reality, life is weird. Reality is weird, man. And we can't stop the bullshit to pay attention to some of this stuff. Man, that's sad, bro. That's sad as fuck. That's like going into a fucking art museum, a beautiful art museum, the most beautiful art museum you can imagine. And the entire time, you argue with your girlfriend. You miss half the paintings because you argue with your girlfriend. You miss half the paintings because somebody's playing loud music. Or you miss half the paintings because somebody turned the lights off. They turning the lights on and off, and now you're not seeing all of it. That's sad, bro. We are in the midst of a parade of sparkling interactions with all of our senses, so that we can experience something. We didn't find ourselves here. All of this shit is not meant to be. Go to work, pay your taxes, go home, spend a little time with your kids, and go the fuck to sleep, kid. You better get that sleep and get your energy up, because you gotta go do that shit again. All that shit seems weird to me. Not being able to see the stars seems fucking weird to me, bro. Not realizing that this beautiful language that you speak, English, was conceived to speak in multiple dimensions and on multiple angles to communicate some of the most important communications and some of the biggest rituals and spiritual dances that people are doing with all this shit. For you to miss that, that's crazy. And you will miss that because they never told you what Gematria was. And when somebody tries to explain it to you, it sounds strange to you. So you don't care to know it. You ever heard of Gematria, bro? You know what that is? What Gematria is? You don't speak English. So when people bring Gematria up to other people, man, like I was saying earlier, it should be a relief to you and it should be of great interest to you to learn something that's been going right past you that doesn't have to go past you anymore. Once you hear about Gematria, it's very enticing. And it's always strange to me that when people recoil at the idea of learning Gematria when you explain it to them, I know that there's a glitch in the understanding of what people find to be the intentions that I had when I introduced this shit. Because sometimes people think that it's a code that I think that I discovered because I think that I see it and then I applied it and then it seems to work. So then maybe there's something there. No, it was conceived in this way to do that. It's not something that people think that they see right now. It was intentions behind the development of the English language to relay multiple messages on multiple levels, and they call it Gematria. And you have to know that that's what it is. You not already know it doesn't mean that it's not true. You gotta open your mind and understand that that's what it is. And then go and apply it and see how it works. See how it works for you. Go apply it. Watch Zach do it. He'll do it for you. He's been doing it for almost 10 years. Almost 10 years. Decoding the matrix right in front of you. We're revealing a code hidden in the English language. It's called Gematria. A is 1, B is 2, C is 3, all the way up to Z is the 26th letter. Then you can do it in reverse where Z is 1 and A is the 26th. Apply these number values to each of these letters when you find these words. People's birthdays, that Gregorian calendar, people's names. Is speaking a language. They believe that God created the world with numbers and words and sounds. Even the Bible says God spoke existence into the world, and the word was what? I can't remember what it was. Somebody religious out there know what the word was, what the sound was. But it really makes sense, man. If you can control language, you know you can control feelings, emotions, perceptions, and all of that. Mix that with the power in the music. When you use the words inside the music with the beat, the rhythm. Everything, it has a rhythm to it. Everything is in vibration right now. So the sound of music is something that can pierce through language barriers and even get a reaction out of little children who have not learned to speak, who don't even understand all of their own native tongue. They're young. You can play a rhythm or a beat to a drum. It don't even got to be electronic. It can be a fucking drum. Beat a drum to a rhythm around a 1-year-old kid and I bet you they dance. How that happen? I bet you capture all of their attention and I bet you they dance. That's how strong that rhythm is. That makes the rhythm of a beat with English words into some music. Don't act like you don't understand how hypnotic that could be. Somebody else understands it and then they use it. They won't even sell you a fucking candy bar in a commercial without singing you the song about the fucking candy bar, bro. They go all out to sing songs about stuff. They understand the human body, the human psyche, and rhythm, and language, and music. They sell you shit all the time with that shit. And they also control your emotions with the music with that shit. Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do. You gotta know that. You know that you know that. But it's all connected. All of it, including the language, is intended to make you feel like something when they say so. Now, it's not foolproof. It's not 100%. It's not, boom, a complete magic spell. You can't play no rap music for a kid that don't vibe with that and then get him to act like that off of him hearing that music. But what music will do, air hug, yeah. My buddy on the motorcycle here. There he is. Well, music is hypnotic, man. Film is a very deep form of entertainment, man, because you mix the music. There's music in there. When you score a movie well, when you score a movie well, you will have a motherfucker in a movie theater, forgetting that he's in a fucking movie theater, forgetting who he's even in there with, totally engulfed in this dark ass room. Inside the fucking movie, his mind is gone. You ain't never been in a movie theater and been fucking lost in the movie? Yeah, it's the hypnotic thing. They gotta make the room dark and all that. They do that intentionally. That's why whenever I watch movies, I sit down to a movie thinking, what you trying to make me feel like that maybe I don't like that shit? What you trying to make me think or feel, man? And then I watch the movie prepared to be manipulated. If you watch it with your guard up like that, you can watch a movie and go, that's entertainment, and I see what you're trying to do, and I ain't falling for it. All this shit connected, and it all has one intention, to control the minds of the people, to shape the reality of the people, to literally be gods on earth. Because what they do with the music, the movies, the politics, the war, the prison industrial complex, big pharma, mind control operations like MI5 and MI6, the MK Ultra shit, CIA experiments and all this other shit. They're all trying real hard to understand the human psyche so they can use it for what they want to use it for. When they want a sleeper cell to fucking react to a cold word, to freak out, to go pop off some rounds in a fucking public place, hey, they have tried, provingly have tried to figure out how to do that. And then they go, hey, we stopped trying that. We stopped those projects. We don't do that no more. Y'all lying like a motherfucker. Y'all still do that shit. I think you might have actually mastered it. They do that. They want to know what they got to do to sell you this car. They're going to try to figure out what to do to get you to buy these flowers and these diamonds and a new dress and the fucking restaurant reservations and all that shit around Valentine's Day. Yeah, they know what to do. The fucking diamond industry has been known to destroy diamonds to keep the rarity up, to keep the fucking price up, and when to do that. Fuck out of here, bro. All your shit is manipulated. There's even a manipulation in the fact that diamonds are seen as a girl's best friend or the fucking stone to go to, and then they teach you better fucking get married, and you ain't fucking really in love or trying to marry that girl. You don't really mean that shit unless you get a big ass fucking diamond too. They convince you of all of that through propaganda, sales manipulation, Hollywood movie shit and all type of shit to put your mind there. Get that fucking diamond or you don't love her. Fuck out of here, bro. And they're proving that all of that is the absolute truth. You don't believe me? Go look. I ain't gotta fucking lie to you. Fuck, I'm gonna get out of line to you. Because what I'm saying, the world actually looked like that, and I go figure out why the fuck I would say that. Or any of this shit that I say. And the world just so happens to even kind of look like it, you better go fucking check. To be sure that I'm full of shit, motherfucker. You better be sure. Your fucking soul's journey is on the line. I take this shit seriously. Don't fucking mess with my soul's journey, motherfucker. Don't mess with my shit. Let me rock. Oh, you trying to fuck with my shit? I'll take higher fist to that shit. Get the fuck out of here. Highly offended. Man, look. I'm a fucking facsimile, boy. Facsimile. And for those of y'all that don't know what that means, that's the whole full word of the fax machine. We call it fax machine, but they call it, the real word is facsimile. That's what that is, a facsimile machine. Fuck out of here. Cranking shit. But yeah, man, I'm in this line, man. I got some other shit to do. I love all y'all. The way I feel about my kids is the way somebody feel about y'all. I cannot and will not hurt you for nothing. Won't do it. My soul won't let me do it. I know I can't do that. If I want peace and love for my kids in the world, I have to mean that for my kids and for everybody else. Or else I'm bullshit. What I want for my kids is what I want for all y'all, man. And any man who says, yeah, I want to protect my kids, safety for my kids, fuck everybody else, the world gonna come get your kids. That's that karma you can't get away from. If that's how you rocking in the world is gonna recognize you. Yeah! The world is gonna recognize that you ain't sincere. You gotta love everybody.
Hello?
won't hug you, but I'll shake your hand.
That'll do, man. Thank you.
You want to talk about something on there? Talk about our city council and our safety representative on the city council blaming the magazine size for the shooting over on Mount Herman Road.
Yes. So my kid goes to that school, and his mother was in the parking lot when there was some shots fired at this school just a few days ago. And I actually heard, I heard that. I seen this interview that some guy said he blames attachments.
Not
He
just
said,
somebody, the safety representative on our city council
Yeah.
blamed the size of the magazine for the shooting. Like, it matters if it was 1 shot, 10 shots, or 100 shots, when the acceptable limit is 0 shots.
yeah.
You know, some kid was out jogging, he got shot, and they blamed it on the magazine size.
Yeah.
The city council is doing nothing. This is like the 3rd shooting now. We had people driving down Interstate 380, firing at each other out of cars.
Yeah.
Not long ago.
Yeah.
This is the 3rd incident like this in the city, and our city council is not doing anything about it.
What is it that you would expect city council to do that would work?
Honestly, get on the police chief. He should be enforcing this stuff.
Yeah.
That's their job. We're paying the police chief of this city to be on top of this kind of stuff. Something is going on in the city. I've lived in the city 25 years, and in the last 5 years, we've had more shootings, stabbings in this city than in my entire time here.
Yeah.
They need to do something about it. Anything. You know, not go on the news and blame his gun for shooting somebody.
Yeah, he actually blamed the magazine. But what a lot of people don't understand is, a guy like me, I have an AR on me. Who am I gonna hurt with this AR? Nobody. I've done almost 100 of these. Never hurt nobody. We need to figure out what's going on inside of people's minds where they think it's okay that at 3:30 in the afternoon, a block away from the school, to open fire on another man.
They're living a live action version of Grand Theft Auto in this city. That's part of the problem.
It kind of feels like,
So, anyway, thank you.
yeah, thank you, man. Thanks for the understanding, man. Yeah, and that shit was a block away from the school where my son goes to. And when his mother called me, I had to ask her before I left work, tell me what's going on. She said the police were already there. I said, okay, that kind of makes me feel better. But Uvalde though, right? So the police being at the school didn't make me feel no safer about my son. I was ready to go. Like this, I'm not gonna play. Cause it's all hands on deck. Daddy to the rescue. I'm not gonna play no games. She assured me that not only were the police there, that an eyewitness said that he saw the shooter in a ski mask running down the street a block away from the school, getting even further away from the school, and that it had nothing to do with the school. And I was like, okay, cool. I guess I won't leave work right now, but I'm uncomfortable with that shit. And just like the man said, the size of the magazine had nothing to do with nothing. If you were going to restrict my magazine and expect me to listen, you could probably tell me not to shoot in the middle of the afternoon a block away from the school, and you could probably get me to go, okay, I won't do that. Blaming the gun and not blaming the people or the circumstances that led to this kind of thing is the fucking problem. For people that don't understand that, there's a lack of intelligence there that you're not going to give me to respect in that lack of intelligence. I think a lot of these politicians are playing games too. But what's crazy is that, regardless of what this city official says, Iowa is already a constitutional carry state, a stand your ground state, and I got a permit and all of that. I got gun owners insurance and all of that. There will be absolutely nothing he's going to ever really be able to do, regardless of the bullshit he want to say about this particular incident, that's going to disarm me. It ain't going to happen. He ain't going to really disarm shit. There's going to be a lot of crying and bickering and bitching back and forth until he's out of fucking office. He's going to go nowhere with that shit. But hey, I'm gonna get out this line. I was just about to get off the line before dude walked up. I got a lot of interaction out here. I stayed out here, almost 90 minutes? Shit, that's about... just magnifying the responsibility of gun ownership. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's the point. He said your weapon there is not real, is it? He was like, if it looks this real, it may as well be real. Who will get out here and play like this and not have a real gun? Yeah, this is a real gun, bro. If he can ask me if this is a real gun, I know he don't got one. That's strange, right? All of the people that say all of the weird, strange, offbeat shit are people who are removed from gun ownership. Thus, they don't know what it takes, what it feels like, and the responsibility and the heart that comes along with proper gun ownership. They don't get it. And if you get knowledgeable about a few firearms, learn how to shoot them, how to use them, how to clean them, how to take them apart, bring yourself to actually carrying a firearm with the intentions to be defensive only. If you do all of that stuff, and you get out here and carry your gun and then you see me, you are so well in the know and the understanding that you will recognize what it is that I'm on site. It's the people who won't do step one are the ones who get out here and don't understand how I got here. Because they ain't even taking step one. That's the problem. Get involved. Recognize the responsibility and the duty for you to be your own first responder, your own self. Fuck everybody else. Fuck what I'm talking about. Fuck what a gun-hating politician is talking about. Don't listen to me or them. Check in on yourself. Make the choice to at least say, I want a fighting fucking chance to not get run over by nobody with a fucking gun just because I don't got one. Defensive purposes only, let's go. And if you do that inside yourself, and then you look into the world and you see other people like me doing this shit, you'll go, I see what you're doing, bro. I already know. On multiple levels. You will see the kinship between me and you, number one. Number two, if you thought that I was the bad guy, you would at least have a little bit of confidence inside of you to be like, I will fuck Trey up out here. I got one too. That give me a little bit of confidence to be like, is you that? Because if you is, then it'll be that. Then you had the confidence to say that if I was the bad guy, you have actually prepared yourself for that too. Now you really chilling. Whether you know me or not, like me or not, agree or not, you would at least come to some chill by being like, I'm out here willing and capable to protect myself. So, good or bad, whoever you is, man, just bust a shot, or shoot something, or leave me alone, type shit. That's what you will be on. People just need to get involved. Get involved. And you can tell that the political waters have been muddied because for this to be legal and constitutional to do here in Iowa, every fucking state that don't rock like this, Iowa as a state governance believes that state is in violation of the Constitution in a serious way. That's what Iowa state government must think about other state governments that won't let their citizens do this. Why Iowa state government ain't over there fighting them? Why ain't not over there fighting them to make them change and make them get it right? Won't even go over there and stand up for the Constitution. Anybody want to stay in their little bubble where they had to go, well, we doing it right over here, fuck that. I want to see 300 Iowa state fucking troopers going over to another state that won't let them rock and knocking on the door being like, yo, we got a problem here? Y'all better change this shit right now, or we will fight about it. That's what they tell you indirectly is supposed to happen. So when they don't act like what that's supposed to happen, and then they don't actually do it as well, they'll think that I sound crazy or weird if I said that as a request. That I would request that Iowa State Police go find other states that don't rock the way they rock, and then make them stop, and then make them do it right, even if they got to do it by force. They think I sound fucking stupid. But I'm like, I thought that's what y'all was doing, protecting the U.S. Constitution against all enemies, foreign and domestic. I just pointed to a domestic enemy of yours. California is in violation. Go get them. Go get them. And I'm talking about state government versus state government. The actual people shouldn't do shit. That's their job. I didn't take the job to go make nobody do shit with my gun. I never signed up for that. I never would. I'm not gonna make nobody go do shit with my gun. All I can do is say, don't hurt me. That's all I can do. Fuck out of here. Hypocrisy. Broken promises and bullshit everywhere. Stop letting them do that shit. Resist that political manipulation. RPM, train Vietnam, this bitch. Wu bang this gun shit for everybody. Train Vietnam the nightmare. They don't want to see me, boy. I am what they wish would never happen, and here I am. So fuck them.